Abdurrahman is here, and today I have very good topic to talk with ChatGPT. And my topic name is how to think creatively to solve problems effectively. ChatGPT, would you like to talk to give me the answers?
Absolutely. I'd love to dive into that topic with you. Thinking creatively to solve problems is such an interesting area. Let me know what specific aspects you're curious about, and we can get started.
Okay, let's go. And my first question is that can you brief explain what creativity think means to you?
But to me, creative thinking is all about approaching problems and situations with an open mind and a willingness to explore new perspectives. It involves combining existing knowledge in novel ways, challenging assumptions, and embracing curiosity. It's about generating original ideas and finding unique solutions that might not be immediately obvious.
Okay, did you believe creativity is important?
Absolutely. Creativity is incredibly important. It drives innovation, helps us adapt to change, and allows us to overcome unique ways. It's not just limited to artistic fields, it's essential in problem solving, business, science, and pretty much every aspect of life.
Okay, that's good. If you think creativity is important, now tell me why do you believe creativity is important is solving modern day problems?
Definitely. In today's world, creativity is crucial because the challenges we face are often complex and multifaceted. Creative thinking allows us to approach these problems from different angles, leading to innovative solutions that might not be obvious at first glance. Also helps in adapting to rapid changes, fostering innovation, and finding more sustainable and effective ways to meet modern day demands.
That's good. That's very good answer. And my next question, how do you personally define effective problem solving?
For me, effective problem solving means not just finding a solution, but finding the most optimal and sustainable solution. It involves understanding the root cause of the problem, being open to different perspectives, using critical thinking, and being flexible throughout the process. It also means learning from failures and iterating until you reach the best possible outcome.
And you know very well when you do want to do anything, barrier comes in your work. So what are some of biggest barrier to creative thinking and how can we overcome them?
Absolutely. There are definitely some common barriers. Some of the biggest ones include fear of failure, rigid thinking or conventional mindsets, lack of time or resources, and even self doubt. To overcome these, we can foster a growth mindset, encourage open collaboration, create a safe environment for experimentation, and set aside dedicated time for creative thinking. It's all about building habits that support innovation.
Very good answer. And now tell me, do you think creativity is talent or skill that can be learned and practiced? Why?
Definitely believe creativity is both. While some people might have a natural inclination towards creative thinking, it's absolutely a skill that can be developed and honed over time through practice, exposure to new ideas, and a willingness to experiment. Anyone can cultivate creativity. It's really about nurturing, building the right habits, and being open to continuous learning.
Okay, as an AI assistant, what you suggest me? I want to take you give me. I want you give me one example. Can you share an example where you use creativity to handle a difficult solution?
Absolutely. One classic example of how the company 3M developed post-it notes. Originally, one of their scientists trying to create a super strong adhesive, but instead he accidentally made a low-tack repositionable adhesive. At first, it seemed like a failure, but then the team got creative and found a unique use for it as a bookmark that wouldn't damage pages. This eventually led to the creation of Post, which became a huge success. It's a perfect example of how creative thinking can turn a setback into something innovative and valuable.
Okay, that's very good answer. Now tell me, how can an organization or team create an environment that encourage creativity thinking?
Great question. To foster creativity, organizations can start by creating a culture of psychological safety where team members feel comfortable sharing ideas without judgment. Encouraging diverse perspectives is also key. So, bringing in people from different backgrounds and disciplines can spark new ideas. Also, setting aside time for brainstorming sessions, allowing flexible work environments, and providing resources for experimentation.
That's
Celebrating creativity.
that's very good
Also,
answer. And my next question is that what role does curiosity play in the creative process?
curiosity is absolutely at the heart of creativity. It drives us to ask questions, explore new possibilities, and look curious. When we're curious, we're more open to learning, more willing to experiment, and more likely to connect disparate ideas in innovative ways. So curiosity fuels the entire creative process by keeping our minds open and engaged.
Okay, that's the very good answer. Now tell me, walk us through your personal approach to solving complex problem.
Sure, my personal approach usually starts with clearly defining the problem and understanding its root cause. Then I like to gather as much information as possible and explore different perspectives. From there, I brainstorm multiple solutions, often using creative techniques like mind mapping or lateral thinking. After that, I evaluate the potential solutions, considering feasibility and impact. Finally, I choose the best option and implement it while remaining flexible and open to adjustments along the way. It's really about a balance of structured analysis and
Okay, ChatGPT, tell me, as an AI assistant, did you face challenges to complete any task?
absolutely. There are definitely times when I run into challenges. Sometimes it might be limitations in the data I have or complex queries that require real-time information I might not have access to. Other times, interpreting ambiguous or vague questions can be a bit tricky, but I always aim to learn from those experiences and improve over time.
Okay, now tell me, how do you generate new ideas when faced a challenge?
When faced with a challenge, I usually rely on a combination of techniques. I draw from a vast pool of knowledge and patterns, brainstorming methods like mind mapping or lateral thinking, and I also try to connect seemingly unrelated concepts to spark new insights. Additionally, I consider multiple perspectives and sometimes even incorporate user feedback to refine ideas. It's all about blending creativity with structured problem solving.
Okay, now tell me, how do you handle failure or when an idea as a planned?
When an idea doesn't work out, I see it as an learn and improve. I analyze what went wrong, identify the lessons from the experience, and then use that knowledge to pivot or adapt. It's important to maintain a growth mindset. So rather than seeing failure as a setback, it's open toward success. And of course, I'm always open to iterating and refining ideas until they truly work.
That's very good answer. And tell me, how do you balance logic and creativity in decision making?
Balancing logic and creativity is all about integrating both analytical thinking and imaginative exploration. I usually start with a logical framework to define goals, constraints, and possible outcomes. Then I let creativity come into play by exploring unconventional solutions and thinking outside the box. Ultimately, it's about using logic to evaluate and refine creative ideas and using creativity to enrich logical thinking. It's a dynamic interplay between the two.
That's very good answer. Now tell me, how can creative thinking help in future career or in evolving industries?
Creative thinking is definitely a huge asset for careers and evolving industries because it enables adaptability and innovation. Industries evolve, creative thinkers can find novel solutions to emerging challenges, improve processes, and drive innovation. It also helps in problem solving in unique ways, which is essential in a rapidly changing job market. Plus, creativity often leads to meta collaboration and communication skills, making us more versatile and valuable in any field.
Okay, that's very, very good answer. And now I am going to take my question. My last question is that if you could summarize the secret to create building solving in one sentence, what would it?
I'd say the secret to building lasting habits in problem solving is to blend curiosity with resilience, continuously learning in a that way.
That's very, very good answer. ChatGPT, thank you very much. You give me the time and give me very good answers of my questions. And, that's a very good session with you. Thanks.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad you enjoyed the session, and it was chatting with you.